There are inflection points throughout the season, and this will be one of them for both of these squads in this top 5 showdown. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the BYU Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with BYU's head coach. This could be one of their most important games of the year. With both teams undefeated, this game is a separator. As the college football playoff looms near, they have to separate and prove they are one of the best teams in the country. They have a chance to do that here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Notre Dame's offense will have the ball first. There you see the explosive Aeneas Williams. Found the end zone a couple of times in his last game, just under 100 yards on the ground.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Running inside, it's Mobley. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th down, Carr. At the 35, he's open. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. On the move, it's Mobley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Carr. Quick completion on the out. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Quickly complete. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. A man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. A methodical, relentless, somewhat demoralizing opening drive for the defense as they've just moved the ball down the field. Now it's 3rd and short. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together, and you finally force the third down.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield and make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's no good. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Gain of right at 7 yards, second and 3 coming. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. The offense changing the play. Play fake, Carr. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming, I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Fires left. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. C.J. Carr firing again. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Makes the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It's first and 10 from the 13. Got enough space. Touchdown, BYU! They kept it on the ground, and it paid off with pay dirt.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Play action, C.J. Carr. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Mobley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
He'll toss it. Makes it past the marker. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
First play of the period, first down here. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Got a little grass. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to...
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, guys are really pumped up right now. Their 1-2 punch at running back has been proficient. The backup running back has really been the star of the show. He's in there now, and he has been eating all day. I expect them to give him more opportunities here as the game goes on. I'll keep you posted down here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything Carr above the noise. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Mobley. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship.
Finding some room. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Mobley. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Now the toss. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! Great job by the back on the option.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. He lobs one high down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The option look. Now the toss. Picks up the 1st down. There he goes. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. On the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will keep it. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. Timeout taken by BYU at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Carr from the gun on third down. Big fella moving. The big tight end was fighting for every inch, but he will be stopped short, and it'll be fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. A man still down after that last play. There's an injured BYU Cougar. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On the run, fires downfield. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return. This offense has it with really good field position. Making side adjustments here. Here's Carr to throw. He's got the back in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Excellent path by the back on the option. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of a great field position.
And the returner goes down. This drive will open from the 15. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Got a man in the middle.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires on the move. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 25 team, the Arizona State Sun Devils. And it's the Red Raiders who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They win their 2nd straight game and talk about doing it in style. That margin of victory is a head-turner. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. And now back to your game in Provo. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Fires to the big fella, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Got enough for the first. What a cut. Now he's loose. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Cougars. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, they're able to punch that one in on the ground, and honestly, I'm not sure the defense really expected them to come out running the football considering how much they're down in this game. Probably expecting them to throw it a little bit more and have a little more sense of urgency, but either way, listen, for the offense, you just got to get on the board. You got to find a way to score somehow, some way. Now, they're down by a lot, David, and I don't know if they can keep running it moving forward.
They might not be able to keep running it, but they had to score on that possession. Now, defensively, you got to step up for them, right? Like, they got to get both sides of the football working together, but the defense is going to have to get some stops. But obviously, a bulk of the pressure is on this offense. Every possession is going to be so important.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
It is deafening in here. Soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Now here's Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. The give is to Williams. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Throwing, Carr dumps it to the back. It's complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Williams. Could be an alley. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Might be calling a hot route. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Touchdown, Irish! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air. It's Bachmeier. Finds his man in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Unleashes one. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw again. Floats it out in space. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. Working the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. On the option. Here's a little room there. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. The pitch. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Carr makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
BYU 14. Number 35. Set to kick off.
Coming out with it, it's Bachmeier. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the right. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Another incompletion on 3rd down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be...
Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he made the extra point without problem.
BYU 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.